Hi folks, 9toenelson here. Back on the road after a stop for sleep and some food. We're west. Continuing on our way to the Fort Worth area of Texas, which should take us about 8 hours from here. Traveling 514 miles. So, let's see how well today's trip goes. Hopefully the worst of the rain is what we have here now. And hopefully we won't have any negative encounters along the way. So far, the worst thing that has happened was off camera. I ran out of gas just before the exit that I was going to take to go find a gas station. That was a funny moment. Thankfully, it didn't take us more than about 40 minutes to get that rectified. I was able to walk over to the gas station. Rather, I was able to get a ride over to the gas station from Wick, and instead of having to go 10 miles back up the expressway just to turn around and get back to the bike, Trike, I realized that I could cross onto the expressway easily from side road, and that's what we did. Got what? Got made a game and made it finally to Springfield area, Missouri. So now I've got an hour or so until my next exchange on Gregory here. Because it's a windy day again. But the weather report does say it's going to clear up down the way. I'm looking forward to that. I'm tired of this gray space. I actually think that I am more comfortable on my sport bike out of all distance than I am out of this. It's going to cover easily.
Alright folks, 9toenelson's back after a quick pit stop. We just got off the turnpike here and onto US 59 to continue our way. There was a little issue with the bike that Rick recognized as we were rolling along. One of the tailpipes was loose. It seems 2 bolts backed themselves out somehow, and tailpipe was just swinging in the wind for a bit. But Chris was resourceful. He pulled one from one side, put it to the other, and now we're on our way again. That shouldn't be an issue, not for the remainder of the trip at least. And if you haven't noticed, the weather has improved, and I shed my rain gear. Thankfully, it's very constrictive. And somehow, I think I know how, I ended up with a hole burned in the leg. I thought it was on this bike, but tailpipe isn't anywhere where that could have happened. I don't know what the source of heat would have been. Something else of interest. Right now we are on Old Route 66. Rick has never been on Route 66. This would be my second time. I took the original Route 66 way back when. And I do remember seeing this place. Unfortunately, it's been vandalized since I last saw it. This is a fun route, or a fun road. Unfortunately, it's not what it used to be. It obviously never will be. But the nostalgia's there. You can see some interesting things. Recognize how this famous highway was Main Street in most towns. And the scenery in most places is really nice. This last stretch of our travels should be rather scenic compared to the expressway. I hope to enjoy it. Sure is cloudy, but it's dry. I'll take that any day. This must be O'Dare, Oklahoma. This stop will give me a chance to stand for a second, because my butt is numb. Town. Wow, look at that. Canadian River. Wow, that is huge. Food. Oh, this road is bumpy. Hello, officer.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Yes,
And I think I just found the answer. Simple burger place around here. And I see the Sonic right now. Is there anything else that you would suggest?
Is it a burger place?
Any good spot to eat.
So, over this hill right here, there's a place called Boomerang's right over the hill.
All right. I'll give that a try. Thank you much.
Yep.
All right. You be safe. Thank you. Alright guys, back on the road after a quick stop for a meal. We've been stretching these meal stops quite a bit, so it was well worth making that stop at that time. And now we're going to continue on our way and get there while the sun's still shining. Some very nice people back there at the diner we stopped at, a place called Boomerangs. Real nice folks, nice atmosphere, good food. I will definitely stop there again if I'm ever back in the area. There is a chance. It is so nice to be out riding in the sun, in the daylight. We're doing a long trip. Makes a huge difference. Once the sun goes down, it basically just becomes a hypnotic process of stay in your lane and seeing as far as you can see, which isn't very. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. A little hazy, but still beautiful. Oklahoma is okay. It's got some interesting roadways in the sense of how they move in and out through an expressway type road to a residential road practically, and everything in between. Speed limits will go from 70 to 50 in a heartbeat. Yeah, it seems like a lot of quick, drastic changes in a single road in a short space. But of course, safety is utmost, so if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. It definitely is a beautiful place. Very green, very lush. Skies are gorgeous when it's not raining. Okay, see, this is what I mean. A moment ago, within the last 3 miles, it seems, I was doing 70, and now I have a red light. And when I say I was doing 70, I should say the speed limit was 70. And that's what I was traveling at. Look at all of that. That is beautiful. .132 miles remaining. Should take me about 2 hours, 3 minutes. I'm gonna have one more pit stop for gas before then, and hopefully make it with smooth sailing the rest of the way. I don't know if we're going to still have this much light at that time of day. I'll tell you, I know we won't. Let's enjoy this while we've got it. Casino Resort. It's nice. So 12 miles to go. Should take about an hour and 45 minutes. I believe we will lose the light by then. Glad that we made it this far with no serious problems. And I hope not to jinx us for the short ways we have yet to go. But I think we're going to do okay. Let's see what's going on up ahead. Oh. Well, seems there is a car off the road up ahead. That might be what caused this. Yep, and this lane is closed. Well, that wasn't too bad. We're moving again. Didn't put much time onto the clock, so I'm not going to complain. There is, let me use my proper English, there are a ton of cannabis dispensary ads along this roadway. Actually, all along Oklahoma, I have noticed this. I don't know why they have to advertise so much, in that it's legal in Illinois and I see advertisements for it there, but not like every 500 feet. Is the competition that harsh? Wow, I don't know what to say. It just surprises me, amazes me. Well, that's cool. And we are now in Texas. Woo-hoo. Everything here is big. And there goes the sun. I find that somewhat poetic, that as I enter Texas, I am literally riding into the sunset. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright folks, start to lose light. It's essentially a slab that I'm riding, and I don't think it's going to be all too scenic, all things considered. So I will finish up once we reach our destination and do a little rundown of how this trip went and how it was to ride this Indian Trike. So stick around for that. Well folks, I thought that I wasn't going to be back before my destination, and I was wrong. The reason being, I have got what seems to be at least a 2-mile backup just 20 minutes away from my destination, and I was really looking forward to getting there on time. This is pretty long, and I'm stuck in the middle of it. Rick and Chris are stuck in it behind me. They're a little more comfortable though, I think. The reason I say that is my butt is numb. Traveling, what was it, 800 miles today? And stopping infrequently for fuel and food. Yeah, I think they've got it a little better, just a little. Okay guys, we made it in just fine last night. We're heading out to our final destination, which is Chris's new home. I am gassing up as they are to get ourselves on our way and call this trip a final ultimate success. So, spilled a little gas here. The trip to this point, which I would say is essentially complete, was a success. We have 40 miles to go to get to Chris's new place, and should be a simple trip with the exception of this very onset of it, as I was told. That may be a bit of a challenge. I just noticed you're a little dirty. Alright, hope that's better. The other side of you is filled with bugs. What's that?
Thirsty?
No, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just sweating. But I'll be good. Alright. So, once we get to the end, I will give you all my opinion of the trike. A trike. I guess any trike. So, I'll see you there. So that was supposed to be the worst of it. Let's see if that holds true. There goes Chris way up ahead there. I know Rick is behind me. I just pulled in front of him a moment ago, and Ken and Melissa are somewhere up there in their vehicles. And traffic seems to be flowing well here. 1:14 in the afternoon on a Friday. I'd say it's pretty fair. Beautiful day today. Nice fluffy clouds, sunshine, warmth. I could do this every day. Not much of a challenge to it, but who needs a challenge every day, huh? So I take it Texas has a mandatory helmet law, because I see riders wearing them, but nothing more than that. Wow. Watch, she's gonna cut back. Oh no, just ride right on their shoulder. Ride right on their tail. Wow. I thought this was 3A. It's that one. Well, that was strange. Waze told me to continue that way, and they're saying no, this way. But they know where they live. I don't. We were supposed to do 3A, weren't we? I thought you guys were coming off this way, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't want you to get lost.
No, I would have found my way. I realized as soon as I took the turn, I'm like, well, this is the wrong exit.
I don't want you to go a different way than us. So.
I've got it in the map. Don't worry about me. I'll get there. But I feel bad for having you guys have to turn around.
Rather keep us all together.
All right, we'll be good.
All good.
All right. I'll let you guys lead. Now we're back on the right path. My bad. I wonder if that's rain up there. Alright, that was the first. Let's hope it's the last, but I think there's a second coming up ahead. Skies are beautiful over there. Not so much over here. So as I'm riding through these 20-mile-per-hour turns on this Trike, I would say that is the most uncomfortable aspect of riding a Trike to me, because the physics of it are so different than those of a two-wheeled motorcycle. I certainly enjoy all the other aspects of this. It's comfortable, it's stable, it's just as much of a motorcycle as a two-wheeled motorcycle, with the exception of turning. And like right there, the front end hopped out a little bit. It comes back, you know, I didn't tip over, I didn't run off the road, but it's just odd, and it takes a commitment in my mind to have that as a daily aspect of riding. Could I do it? Yes. Would I make a point to have a three-wheeler over a two-wheeled motorcycle? I think my answer to that right now at this point in my life is absolutely not. It's not something I need, and it's not something I want. It's not a novelty to me in any way. It's not a requirement with respect to any aspect of my lifestyle. You know, am I incapable of keeping a bike on two wheels? Am I needing to carry something, transport things in a particular manner that this would totally provide, and only by comparison? No. So I do not want to have one of these. But was it something fun to ride? Did I enjoy it? Absolutely. Definitely a vehicle for long distance, and I'd gladly do it again. So I think that wraps it up for my thoughts and opinions. It was a lot of fun.
All right, guys, we made it. Chris got a little wet just because he was running out in the rain to close his windows. I stayed dry. But we got all the way here, and I gotta say, did I satisfy? Did I fulfill your request?
You did the job as expected.
Perfect. I didn't screw up too much. That's what he's saying. So we got here safe. Chris has got his new home. He's got his bike and his other vehicles where he wants them to be, and it was a fun trip. So the only thing left to do is to come back and visit. So
We hope that happens real soon.
all right, that'll be great. And the Indian here, like I said, worked out just great. What year is it again, Chris?
2016.
So 2016 Indian Chief converted.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's Springfield.
Springfield. 2016 Indian Springfield converted. Worked out great. You heard my comments along the way, and we'll see if I ever get a chance to ride it again. But now it's all up to you.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
I
Chris.
can hardly wait to ride it.
Okay. All right, guys. As always, ride safe, ride smart, and have fun. Bye.